The movie begins in 1719 on the Great Plains as we meet Naru, a young Comanche woman with a strong spirit and a deep desire to prove herself as a capable hunter. Naru has been trained in medicine and has excellent survival skills, but she yearns to hunt like the warriors in her tribe. Early on, she practices throwing her tomahawk and tracking animals, demonstrating her skill and determination. As she goes about her day, she notices unusual signs in the wilderness, tracks and disturbances in nature that hint at a presence unfamiliar to her. She and her dog, Sari, come across the aftermath of a mysterious event. Trees are damaged and animals seem to have fled the area, which builds suspense as Naru tries to piece together what might be causing these disturbances. This unknown presence is unsettling, but Naru is curious and cautious rather than afraid, highlighting her bravery. Later, Naru's relationship with her brother Tabe is also introduced. Tabe is an accomplished hunter and warrior whom she admires, but he also expresses doubt about her desire to join in hunts, implying that she should focus on her strengths in medicine. This tension foreshadows the challenges she will face as she seeks to prove herself in a world that underestimates her abilities. Later, Naru becomes more determined to investigate the mysterious disturbances she's noticed in the wilderness. She continues to follow strange tracks and signs, and as she ventures deeper into the forest, she begins noticing increasingly unsettling sights, like animal carcasses that seem to have been killed in unnatural ways. These discoveries fuel her curiosity and further hint at a presence far more dangerous than the wildlife she's used to. Naru tries to convince her brother, Tabe, and other members of the tribe that something unusual is happening in their hunting grounds. However, they dismiss her concerns, attributing her worries to an overactive imagination. Despite their doubts, Naru is resolute and decides to investigate on her own, showing her independent spirit and bravery. She sets off into the wilderness, bringing her loyal dog, Sari, along for protection and companionship. As she explores further, she encounters more evidence of something terrifyingly powerful, a creature that seems capable of taking down large animals with ease. Elsewhere, we see glimpses of the predator through its camouflage view, stalking through the forest and watching Naru from a distance. Although she remains unaware of its presence, the next day Naru encounters scenes of inexplicable carnage, animals slaughtered in unnatural ways, some partially skinned or left in states that imply a predatory force beyond what she's familiar with. Her suspicions grow as she realizes that whatever caused this destruction isn't behaving like any animal she knows. Naru's skill as a tracker allows her to piece together clues, but she still has no idea of the true nature of the predator. Meanwhile, the predator itself begins to make its presence felt more directly. It's revealed hunting other predators, escalating its kills as it seems to be moving up the food chain. This not only shows the predator's lethal efficiency, but also hints that it's observing and testing the local ecosystem to find worthy prey. It's clear that the predator is a foreign presence in this environment, but one highly adapted to the art of hunting. Naru's observations become increasingly alarming, and she decides to warn her tribe, but again, they don't take her seriously. Her brother Taabe and other hunters are skeptical, thinking her desire to prove herself is clouding her judgment. But Naru is undeterred and ventures back out into the forest, this time with a clear intent to track down whatever is causing the disturbances. A few minutes later, as Naru roams the forest with her loyal dog, Sari, she comes across a massive bear near a river. At first, she tries to stay hidden, hoping to avoid drawing its attention. But the bear soon catches her scent, locks eyes with her, and begins to charge. Naru and Sarai take off through the forest, sprinting to evade the charging bear. She navigates the landscape as quickly as she can, leaping over obstacles, ducking under branches, and using her knowledge of the terrain to stay ahead. But the bear's relentless, intent on catching her. Sari races alongside her, barking, as the two work together to evade the predator. At one point, Naru dives into the river, hoping to shake the bear off her trail, or at least put some distance between them. Just as the bear seems poised to catch her, it suddenly stops, distracted by something unseen. Naru takes cover, watching as the bear sniffs the air and seems confused. The bear begins growling and swiping at an invisible force. This is the predator, watching and analyzing the bear. The bear, sensing a threat, turns its aggression on this unseen opponent, launching into a ferocious attack. For a moment, the two powerful hunters grapple, and Naru watches in shock as the predator's form becomes slightly visible in the struggle. The bear puts up a fierce fight, but the predator quickly gains the upper hand. As the predator stands victorious over the bear, blood dripping and partially revealing its shape, Naru realizes just how formidable this creature is. She understands that if it can take down a bear with such ease, it could easily kill her or anyone else in its path. Seizing the moment while the predator is preoccupied, Naru quietly slips away, shaken by what she has witnessed but determined to survive. After escaping, she finally finds other members of the tribe. She tries to explain the terrifying encounter with the unseen, powerful hunter. Breathless and visibly shaken, Naru tells them about the bear attack, how it was suddenly distracted, and how it fought against what seemed like an invisible opponent, a creature unlike anything she's ever seen. But her story sounds unbelievable to the others, especially since she has no proof. The warriors are skeptical and dismiss her account, believing that her imagination is getting the best of her. Moments later, the predator makes itself known. It begins its attack swiftly and mercilessly. Cloaked in its invisibility, it moves through the trees with eerie precision, stalking Naru and the four tribe members. The first strike is sudden and brutal. One of the warriors, unaware of what's coming, is struck down in an instant. The others immediately sense the danger, but are stunned by the predator's sheer strength and speed. The tribe members put up a fight, but they're no match for the predator's advanced technology and brutal hunting skills. One warrior hurls his spear, another tries to use his bow and arrow, and yet another attempts to close in for hand-to-hand combat, but their efforts are futile. Within moments, each of the warriors falls to the predator, who methodically and mercilessly takes them down one by one. Naru, horrified, tries to retreat with her brother Tabe. The two run through the dense forest, weaving through the landscape to try to evade their deadly pursuer. Naru, terrified but determined, leads the way, urging Tabe to keep moving. Eventually, the predator catches up to them and unalives Tabe. Unfortunately, Naru gets caught in a trap by other hunters and they knock her out. The next day, Naru wakes up and finds herself tied to a tree, along with Taabe. The situation is tense, as both of them are captured by a group of hunters who had been part of the earlier conflict. These hunters, having witnessed some of the chaos and violence caused by the predator, have devised a plan to capture the creature. They figure that by leaving Naru and Taabe tied up in the open, they can bait the predator into attacking, which would allow the hunters to ambush and capture it. Unfortunately, the hunter's plan quickly begins to unravel when the predator, true to its deadly nature, shows just how much smarter it is than they anticipated. Instead of falling for their trap, the predator observes from a distance, waiting for the right moment to strike. As the hunters gloat about their plan, they fail to notice the invisible predator silently moving through the trees, preparing to attack. One by one, the hunters are unalived. The predator, using its cloaking technology, sneaks up behind them, silently dispatching them with swift and brutal efficiency. After witnessing the hunter's brutal demise, Naru and Taabe realize they are now the predator's main targets. Knowing they cannot escape without a fight, they work together to untie themselves from the tree. Once free, they quickly retreat, finding cover in a safer location where they can regroup and come up with a plan to take down the predator. Naru observes the predator's tactics closely. She realizes its helmet-like mask enables it to aim. The siblings prepare themselves, using their knowledge of the land and any available resources as weapons. When the predator eventually tracks them down, Tabe steps forward, bravely facing the creature head-on to give Naru a chance to observe it in action and test their plan. A fierce fight ensues, with Tabe showing extraordinary skill, agility, and courage as he battles the predator. Tabe fights valiantly, using all his strength and skill to protect Naru and buy her more time to put their plan into action. In a devastating moment, the predator lands a fatal blow, and Tabe is mortally wounded. As Tabe falls, he locks eyes with Naru, giving her a final look of encouragement and determination. His sacrifice fuels Naru's resolve, and she knows that she must carry on with the plan they devised. Naru, now fueled by the tragic loss of her brother Tabe, puts her carefully crafted plan into action. Armed with the knowledge she's gained about the predator's weapons and weaknesses, she sets up an elaborate trap, intending to use the predator's own technology and hunting instincts against it. Naru lures the predator into a dense part of the forest where she has the advantage, making use of the landscape and her tracking skills. She set traps throughout the area and uses her agility to stay out of reach, baiting the predator into following her through carefully chosen routes. Naru is fully prepared to face this lethal creature, and her strategy relies on isolating it from its targeting mask. Naru positions herself near the mask she's hidden and manages to maneuver the predator into a position where its own weapon targets it. The predator fires, and its projectile, guided by the mask's aim, turns back on the predator, striking it fatally. The predator, despite its immense strength and advanced technology, falls to its own weapon. With the predator unalived, Naru has avenged her brother and proved herself as a skilled and courageous warrior. She returns to her tribe with the predator's head as a trophy, signifying her victory and her growth into the warrior she always knew she could be. Make sure to like and subscribe for more notifications. Until next time, see you soon.